When I saw that The Accountant was getting a sequel, I originally wasn't too phased. I hadn't seen the original, and it felt like something that I was going to wait at least a little while before I watch it and not watch it on release day, which is what I did, mainly because I felt like I needed to watch the original before I watched the second one. I'm one of those people where if I haven't seen anything from a franchise and a new one comes out, I've then got to go watch everything from that franchise. So that's sort of why. But something came over me one day where I just thought, you know what? I'm going to watch The Accountant so that I can see this new one. And I'm so glad I had this thought because I really enjoyed the first one. It was a little slow at times. I thought it took a while to pick up. But the action in this film is incredibly engaging. And once it gets going, it really gets going. I ended up enjoying that one a lot more than I thought I did. So after watching the first, I was actually pretty excited to see the second one. Following the events of 2016's The Accountant, the director Raymond King is killed, and Treasury agent Mary Beth Medina is left with no other option than to contact Christian Wolf, the accountant, to help solve this case. He then contacts his brother Braxton after a long while to help him, and this attracts a lot of other bad guys to stop them solving the case. They followed on from the first really well. The ending of that one flows really quite nicely into this one. Now, this makes it sound like you need to see the first one to understand the second, and of course, it would absolutely help. But I don't think you really need to do that. There'll be a few things in which you'll have to learn, which are well established in the first. But I think you can go in blind and have no real clue and pick up things pretty quickly. A big difference in this sequel is that I enjoyed this one from the very beginning. Like I said earlier, the first took a little bit of time for me to get engaged and enjoy it, but I was in it right from the off in this one. The action begins pretty quickly, the death of Raymond King is right at the beginning of the film, and Mary Beth also picks up the case very quickly and goes to find Chris not too long after that as well, so they want to get things done quick in this film. Once again, the action is absolutely great. You've got this big scene at the end where Chris and Braxton are fighting a whole lot of bad guys, and it's so enticing. My eyes were glued to the screen. They did some really cool shots, and that's not just present in this scene, but it's all throughout the action scenes, which I really, really, really liked. It feels bigger and ultimately better than the first. Speaking of better, John Bernthal, man. I mean, he is good in the last one, and I really liked him in this. I think he's better in this, and is probably the best performance over Affleck in this one. He plays the violent love's fighting role really, really well here, and he always does. But he does such a great job in mixing that with the playfulness, having fun with your brother role, which is also aided by the brilliant chemistry between John Bernthal and Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck was great again. I think he did such a good job playing the role of a character with autism, and the action he's great at. I mean, he always has been. They were both so entertaining, and I'm so glad that they were able to return along with the rest of the cast. I also found the amount of humour in this kind of unexpected. This is something that I found was missing from the first, and it worked really well here. You have Chris speed dating, developing a way to have an optimal profile, the line dancing scene where he just picks up the moves very quickly and Braxton watches in support. A lot of back and forth quick lines between Chris and Braxton. And the main scene I can think of this is where they're sitting on top of Chris's RV and they're chatting. This was all such a great addition. This humour was the base of how this one felt lighter than the first one, which I think is the tone which this franchise should use going forward, because I know they're thinking of a third one. I actually found that there wasn't too much to dislike with The Accountant 2, which is honestly so unexpected, but also really impressive. But the one thing that I can think of that I wasn't that much of a fan of was that the story was unnecessarily complicated. The first falls victim to this as well, so it's not just this one, but it felt like at times I was trying to keep up with why they were going to certain places, who they were going for. I mean, I did manage to figure shit out, like I did manage to catch up, but it took a while, and it can be really annoying because the plot doesn't need to be like this. I don't really like when characters do something and then I don't get to find out why, or it's too hard to figure out why. The Accountant 2 was really enjoyable. I went from not even really wanting to watch the first I had no reason to not want to watch it. I just didn't really want to watch it. To really wanting a third to come quite quickly and wanting this to be the new hit action franchise, which I want to be invested in. I mean, who doesn't want more Ben Affleck and John Bernthal fucking shit up? Like, of course you all do. Let's just not have a third with too much of a convoluted plot. Let's simple things down a little bit, and then that'll probably be the best one if they keep everything else the same. This is better than the first, in my opinion, and I'm honestly kind of surprised it took 9 years for the second one to be released. I don't entirely know how long they had this plan for, whether it was just an idea for ages before they acted upon it, but I'm so glad that they did. Huge thumbs up from this guy right here. So I give The Accountant 2 4 stars. It only just crossed that threshold for me, but it's good enough. If you have seen The Accountant 2, please let me know what you thought. And I promise I'm going to be a lot more consistent from now on. I mean, you got to hold me to that. But I really want to put a lot more effort and a lot more energy into this channel. It's something I really want to focus on. So there will be quite a bit of content coming soon. I mean, I haven't even seen Sinners yet. Like, and that really made me think, damn, I didn't really even review that. So I'm working on it, team. I'm working on it. If you enjoyed the review, please like and subscribe. It would be hugely appreciated. And I'll see you in the next.